He's too big. He's too strong. He's too fast. No one can play with him. And when they need him to show up, when everybody said AJ Brown hasn't caught a ball, then AJ Brown said, okay, let me show you what I can do. And every time they do, he catches everything. Makes the big plays. He does everything so they'll get him to do. You don't want to think about that turn play. I think that team listens to the media more than the other team in the league. Because we talk about it every week. And then whatever we talk about, they end up going out there and executing. I say they can't do it. The opposite. One, they're the Super Bowl champions, and two, it's Philadelphia, and they have colorful players. And I think Saquon.
Welcome to.
They went six offensive linemen. They ran the cutback play.
Welcome to 49ers Live postgame show here at the Kezar Pub here in San Francisco. Professor B here on Niners Radio 49 as the 49ers fell to the Houston Texans, and the Texans prevailed over your 49ers by a score of 26-15 down at NRG Stadium. So the 49ers picking up their first victory over the Niners since 2009. We're here live at Kezar Pub, the original home of, right across the street, the original home where the 49ers played from 1946 through 1970. We're about to bring it to you right now. The Kyle Shanahan is on the podium. We go to the press room right now.
Oh yeah, it makes it harder, but we played a lot better last week. So. We can do a lot better than we did today.
Are any of those injuries today potentially serious, or?
We'll see. Hopefully not. Two ankles didn't look like highs. D. Winters with his knee, just inflammation, things like that. So hopefully we'll be all right. He made some plays, and he missed some too. I don't think anyone on offense did that good. We had to really take advantage of, they held on the ball as good as any team that I've been around, just going against them. We had to really take advantage when we did get the ball and made too many mistakes. When the defense is out there for that long, we can't go 3 and out. I had too many of those today, and I thought Mac made some big plays. The touchdown at the end of the second quarter, the touchdown to JJ down the field. But just collectively as an offense, too many mistakes.
In a game like this, damage your team's morale, spirit?
I would hope not. Got beat today. Credit to them. They kicked our ass, and we got to take it like men and come back, hopefully a little pissed off, and go to work and play better next week than we did this week.
Was that kind of your message to the team?
Yeah, definitely. There's not much to sugarcoat there. I was real disappointed in how we looked for all 4 quarters. First half was unacceptable, and second half didn't get much better. So not much to say about it, except that we'll look it on the plane and figure out all the things that we know we can correct and that we did mess up. But expect the guys to come in tomorrow with a chip on their shoulder, ready to get back to work.
You got the Kittle touchdown right before halftime and then Debo's interception. Did you think things were turning?
I knew we had a chance to, especially when we were starting with the ball out there. I still thought we had a chance at the end in the fourth quarter. I thought there were a couple opportunities where we could have came back, and we didn't stop them there. We made a 2-score lead there at the end, which was tough. But they outplayed us a lot today. But I still thought we had our opportunities to find a way at the end, and we didn't get it done.
Is it too greedy to want more to go out of bounds so you can maybe do something
It'll be good stuff for us to review with them. I think it's tough. There's 11 seconds before the play, so we need awareness of that when it happens. I do think when you catch it by the sidelines, and I think he has time to look to score. But I think once we can't, we got to get down immediately. So I think it is a little greedy, just getting on him for that. I thought it was a hell of a play by Demo. It was nice to break that stretch that we've had of not getting a pick. But it'll be a good learning situation to kind of cover with all our guys tomorrow.
Same question with the trade deadline, even more imminent. But as far as getting some defensive reinforcement into it, does today change your perception of what you've been saying?
Nothing changes anything. It has to do with what's available out there, and does it help us this year? Does it help us next year? So usually as things get closer, you get a little more idea on who's real and who's not, and we'll evaluate that for the short term and long term.
Was the defensive game plan to force the Texans to execute long drive?
No, it wasn't.
There is an element that can't be controlled with injuries and that plays such a big role, especially out there today. Is that frustrating for you as a coach, trying to find the answers to some of that?
I mean, injuries are part of the game. I mean, I kind of used to get a lot more frustrated with it, and I'm a lot more used to it just over my career. And it's, the frustrating part is trying to find answers and not working throughout that game.
And Coach, you got a local guy on your team in Upton Strout. Can you just say what you've seen him add to the team in practice and also on the game field?
Yeah, I've been real happy that we got Upton. We loved him in college, and we loved him since he's been here, and it's good to get him back out there today after his injury from last week. But he's a young guy with a promising future.
Take two more guys.
Are you happy with the effort that guys put there? Obviously, there are mistakes, but effort-wise, were you happy with that?
I mean, there's no plays in particular where I was questioning anybody's effort. I'll be able to see that in more detail when I get on the plane. I feel collectively, just as a whole, I wish I felt our team a little bit more today. But there was nothing where I saw guys loafing or anything like that. But it's a little easier for me to see when I study the tape.
When you say you wish you felt the team, what do you just mean from like an energy?
Just coming out. I mean, I felt him in the locker room and stuff, all that and everything. But just the first half was tough. I think it was 14 first downs to 2. Just the time of possession and everything like that. It was just it was a tough first half, an unusual first half.
Kyle, it seemed like, based on what happened with defensive there last week, it was like, hey, maybe against all odds, you guys can overcome no Bosa, no Warner. Is it, I don't know, is it a reality check of you've got to have, those type of players, on the field? There's going to be a big drop.
I mean, our reality is pretty realistic on what we deal with every week. So we knew we had a tough game versus Atlanta, and we felt we had a tough game today. So all those things, I mean, you guys can write about that stuff. But, yeah, it's definitely harder when you lose really good players. But we've had that situation throughout this year, and all I want us to do is play as good as we can play, and then you can deal with whatever. And today we didn't play as good as we could play.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, guys.
Only thing they understand is
All right. That was Kyle Shanahan on the microphone, on the mic, talking about the game. I can barely hear because we're on location. Guys tuning in right now. Checking us out on Niners Radio 49, 49ers Live post-game show here at Keysar Pub here in San Francisco. If you want to call and talk 49er football, the hotline is open. It's 415-888-5527. That's 415-888-5527 if you want to come in, chime in, and talk 49ers football. We got some open lines going to be available. We'll get you back out to NRG Stadium down in Houston. 49ers fall to the Texans this afternoon by a score of 26-15. It was just too much of the C.J. Stroud and the Texans offense. They had over 400 total yards of offense. So we will get you back out. We'll get you back over there in a few moments here on the So we will get you some highlights in a few moments. So we're going to take a quick time. We're going to take a timeout. Let's take a timeout. We'll bring you back out. We'll be back in just a few minutes. You're watching 49ers Live post-game show here at Keysart Pub in San Francisco on Niners Radio 49. Welcome back on 49ers Live postgame on Niners Radio 49. We'll recap you the stats as the Texans dominated this game. 475 total yards of offense. And then they dominated the time of possession. 24
My current phone plan has free
The Niners only have for 11 minutes and 18 seconds. Looking at some of those numbers, not going to win a lot of games when your defense like that give up a bunch of change. And you got to give DeMeco Ryans and the Texans a lot of credit for keeping the Niners offense on the sidelines. So the Niners fall to 5-3. And then so we'll get you back to NRG Stadium in a few minutes. NRG Stadium. Want to talk 49er football? Hotline number 415-888-5527 if you want to talk 49er football. So we're going to get you back out there in a few minutes. 415-888-5527. So we'll get you back out there in a few. So we're going to we'll be you back out there in a few minutes for the post game. So we're gonna just recap the game while we're waiting to get back out there to NRG Stadium in Houston. Niners fall to the Houston Texans in a stunning upset. So So let's just start off with the first quarter for the Texans. Fairburn hit a 33-yard field goal that put the Texans on the board 3-0. In that quarter, they started off 16 plays, 57 yards, and they used up 9 minutes and 39 seconds, and they go ahead 3-0. Then Fairburn hit another field goal, and it was 6-0 in favor of the Texans. For the Texans, 10 plays, 82 yards, 5 minutes and 53 seconds. And then Stroud connected with Higgins with a 12-yard touchdown that made it 16-0 in favor of the Texans. And then Matt Jones connected with George Kittle for a 17-yard touchdown. It made it 16-7. Then in the third quarter, Hutchinson with a 30-yard touchdown pass to Stroud, 23-7 in favor of the Texans. Then Tongues with a 2-yard touchdown pass from Matt Jones. It was 23-15. Fourth quarter, Fairburn hits a 30-yard field goal, 26-15. So we're going to look at the final stats of today's game, and the Texans dominated. They had an outstanding 75 plays, 475 yards, and they held the Niners offense to 223 yards. Both teams turned over the ball one time. The Texans with converted 9 times on third down efficiency. Niners only 3. The 318 passing yards, Niners 175. "24 minutes. And 11 minutes for San Francisco for the 49ers. The Niners only converted 12 first downs in the game. "41 minutes and 22 seconds for the Texans to the Niners, 18 minutes and 38 seconds. So the Titans, I should say the Texans just dominated this game from start to finish. Final numbers: Matt Jones was 19 of 32, 193 yards, 2 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey, who was just recently named Offensive Player of the Week for the NFC, he was just held to only just 8 carries and 25 yards. Juan Jennings, 4 receptions for 45 yards. McCaffrey only averaged 3.1 yards per catch.
And then C.J. Stroud, 30 of 39, 318 yards, 2 touchdown passes. Marks, 11 carries for 62 yards. Hutchinson, 5 receptions for 69 yards. And then so and then former Cleveland Brown, Nick Chubb, 17 carries for 56 yards. Stroud, 7 carries for 30 yards. And doing well, or Hutchinson, 5 balls for 69 yards. Jalen Noel, 9 catches for 63 yards. The X-Man, Xavier Hutchinson, 5 catches for 69 yards. He averaged 13.8 yards per catch. Woody Marks, Marks, 4 catches for 49 yards.
Watson Berrios, 5 catches for 38 yards, and then Jake Higgins, 4 catches for 34 yards. So we're going to take this quick time out. We'll take this quick time out, and we'll be right back after this. You're looking live here at the Keysar Pub here in the city of San Francisco. 49ers fall to the Houston Texans down in NRG Stadium by a score of 26-15. Niners, by the way, they've fallen to 5-3, and they're now 0-2 versus the AFC South this year. We'll take this time out. Professor B for Niners.
All right, we continue on 49ers Live post-game show here at the Kingsard Pub here in San Francisco. They're open daily, 7 days a week. A very vibrant lot of 49er fans here today. The Niners uncharacteristic. So, Niners we'll hope to hear some more from down there down in NRG Stadium in Houston.
We know that the 49ers
Defense, of course, with all the injuries.
I think the attrition finally caught up to the 49ers. But if you take a look at
With these injuries, with Bosa and Warner Dunn, the season-ending injuries, this is just a banged-up team right now. With the injuries, it's something just couldn't do compensate for these losses. We hope to get back out there with a player reaction. So when you look at the numbers, I'm looking at the first half stats. They were 1 for 4 third class Texas was 5 for 9. Niners, Texas had almost 200 yards of total offense the first half. The Niners only had 6 yards. And then, time of possession for 10 minutes and 13 seconds. For the Niners, 82 minutes in the first half. That's a 30-yard swing, 130 yards swing against the Niners weight minus the first half. And then, of course, the defense, you got to give the credit to the Texans that they were able to maintain sustained drives. 475 total yards of offense, and this is not like the Niners defense. They just got Texans carved up today. Just all the injuries, and then, the receiver situation with the Pearsall is out. Missed another game. Will he be able to go next week against the New York Giants? Also Brandon Ayuk probably is several weeks away before he comes back. We're just going to try to, as we continue on 49ers Live, if you want to come on time for your football, our hotline number is 415-888-5527. 415-588-5527. If you want to talk to we're just hoping we can get some more down there for the Niners. We just had I love it. I wouldn't want him not even make Russell, I like having him. I'm never going to believe George Kittle and Mac Jones. Then after that, we'll just wrap it up. So we'll just have to Sit you out there. Sit you right back out there.
Tight catch in traffic, and
Yes.
I think it was going to be very uplifting for you guys and necessary.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was just that's tough. Yeah, it's basically I just read the safeties. If it's a single high, I'm across the field. Split safeties, I'm right down the middle. I mean, Matt could not have put a better ball out there. Literally hit me. I didn't even have to really adjust. Just hit me right in the backside number. It's a perfect ball. And when you can score right before half and you know that you're going to get the ball again, you know, there's an opportunity for us to lap them. And then we came out second half and went 3 and out. So didn't really get that lap out there that we wanted to get.
The Jake's touchdown catch was that coming at your eyes too?
Yeah, no, Mac told me he was throwing at me. Jake just sticky fingers. I'm glad he caught it. I would have been very mad at him if he would have tipped it up and it went up, would have gone out of bounds. So, you know, it's good for the tight ends to score on National Tight Ends Day.
When you're sitting on the bench and the defense is having trouble getting off the field, how do you just try to stay engaged, try to stay focused? And
You know, the first half is tough because, I mean, we had 12 plays in the first half until like the last drive. And, I mean, we didn't do anything to help our defense in the entire first half. I thought our defense was playing at a really high level. Honestly, they're doing bend but don't break. I mean, their kicker had, 4 field goals? And if your defense is holding them to 4 field goals, they didn't punt once either, right?
they did before that was true.
At the very end, right? Would you have taken a safety there?
It's not my decision.
I'm just curious. But I mean, I thought our defense played really well for the pieces that were lost during the game, guys who had to come out for the game, guys who had to go in for the game, guys who were already missing. Like I thought our defense played it, really well. They were flying around hitting people. And if you're holding the team to 4 field goals and, just 2 touchdowns, our offense has to score points. And when you're 3 and out, 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 we're not really doing anything to help our young defense who's adjusting and trying to figure out, the way that they want to play football. So, I mean, I think this is really on the offense, and I was really proud of how our defense played today.
You guys ran the ball so well the previous game. Just a different defensive front, different schemes.
I mean, when you have 12 plays in the first half, you can't get a rhythm. You can't run the ball. So, like, that's what it is. Like, I mean, how many attempts did Christian really have? Or, like, we just didn't have any attempts. So, like, the run game is because you can stay on the field, you convert third downs, you're on the field, you're having 10-play drives. That's when the run game. Like, I'm credit to them. Yes, they completely took us out of it because, again, we had 12 plays until the last drive. So it's like we couldn't get Christian going. We couldn't get our run game going. And that's not because, I mean, I still think, like, we're still getting decent chunks, but it's just like we're not converting on third down, so then we're not running the ball. And then second half, we have to throw the ball every single time. So
Does your mind get curious into how the offense is going to look with Ricky back, with Brock back, and with Brandon back?
I mean, I love playing football with Ricky because he's like KB and he's just so full of energy and so full of love of the game. So that's a guy like I love playing with. I mean, I think I've said 1,000 nice things about Brock. You guys know exactly how I feel about him. So, he's the best operator of our offense that I've ever seen. So, yeah, I mean, and then Ayuk is, we paid him $30 million for a reason because that's how good he is. And so, yeah, you can daydream and think about that stuff, and I can't wait to start playing with those guys again. But, currently, we're playing with what we got, and I think what we got is enough to win football games, especially, today. But when you operate the way that we did in those first 3-4 drives, which is just honestly really, really bad is what I would say, from MAs to procedure penalties to holdings, whatever they were. I mean, we just played bad football on offense today.
George, Kyle talked about coming in tomorrow with the chip on your shoulder. What's the line between having that chip on your shoulder but also letting this go into another net game?
I'm a big 24-hour rule guy. Whoever started that was a genius. You can be sad and depressed about it for 24 hours and let it go because you can't do anything to change it. All you can do is learn from it. And so that's all we're going to do, I hope. There's opportunity all over the football field. There's so many places to learn from it. It's a humbling sport. Look yourself in the mirror. What did I do wrong? What can I get better at? But like if it's something that you're just gonna like let anchor you down, then that's gonna be tough football for us moving forward. So hopefully we have guys that can let it go after our meeting tomorrow, and we can move into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with a fresh start. And yeah, hopefully there's a chip on our shoulder. Hopefully we go around and practice hard, and I think we will. We have the right guys in the building. We have aggressive guys in the building, guys that want to win.
Jordan, last one is above your head, but in the past, you guys have.
Like this, or is it like out of my? I don't make enough money to talk about it. So you're gonna ask me about it anyways.
Right, exactly.
Sure.
In the past, you guys have, gotten bolstered by trade deadline acquisitions, things like that. So, do you think this team could use a shot in the arm like that? Or do you think that would be helpful?
I mean, would you have asked me that last week when we held the Atlanta Falcons to 10 points? I don't think so. So I mean, I think we have the right guys. Now, I mean, let's think about who else got hurt today on our defensive line. Like I don't know. So I mean, we'll see what happens, but I think we have a lot of the right guys in the building, a lot of guys who like to play football the right way. I think Saleh gets our young guys playing the right way. And the more reps that the young guys get, the better that they're going to get. But, I mean, I don't ever worry about a trade deadline thing. Like, there's nothing I can do. Like, I'm not going to go into Kyle's office and say, hey, we need to trade for somebody. So, I just want to get back out there and play more football because that was a horrible first half. It was a really bad performance by our offense. And I think we completely left our young defense, out to dry today. Because I thought they played really well. I said earlier before anyone else showed up, it was just Cam in here. They played the whole day. They played bend to don't break. They gave up 2 touchdowns and 4 field goals. Like our offense has to score points. Like I've said that since the start. We have a veteran offense that needs to score. And yes, we're missing some key guys, obviously, but we have to score points. And we did not score points today. We didn't help our defense out at all the entire day. Thank you. Yeah, for sure, guys.
Yeah, he made a good play. Definitely need more of those.
You guys could get in the flow of the game, Matt, because you were
Yeah.
out so fast. What was that like just through the first half and little subtle sparks during the second half?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Feel like we prepare a certain way for the opening drives, and really like the way we do it here. And I've been in that situation far too many times where it just hasn't gotten going, and today just wasn't our day. So at the end of the day, you got 30 more minutes to play, and did okay, but definitely a lot to clean up, and just got to be more on our P's and Q's.
The touchdown pass to George, what did that? That was right on the money, right where you wanted it.
Yeah.
That from the start, and you think that was going to be the spark you needed?
Yeah, for sure. I scored actually on a very similar play last year against the same defense, and we had put that in and kind of had that thought on the same play. George just made a good play, and the line gave me enough time to rip it in there. So definitely want more of those.
Mac, did you want one-on-one there at the end, make the guy or something? Just what was the thought there, and what kind of went on?
I mean, they jumped on the goal line. They jumped a double slant, whatever, when we were backed up, and then I asked for it, and Kyle and I were talking about it, and Juwan just got kind of banged up on the play before, so it's unfortunate. I don't think that was neither of our faults. I was going to throw that 10 times out of 10, and he usually comes up with it majority of the time. So just a good play by the DB, and that guy's been playing well all year, number 4, so he just made a good play.
Just one-on-one, and you want to take your shot.
Absolutely, yeah.
Matt, Kyle talked about coming in tomorrow with a chip on your shoulder. How important is it for everybody on the team to feel that way and act accordingly?
Yeah, I think it's good. I think my process isn't going to change. I'm going to come in to work and follow my schedule, and I do that whether we win or lose, so I don't think that changes for me, but it is good to get the wake-up call. And I mean, I know I want to get back in the ring, and to do that, you got to practice well and have a good process leading up to it. So I know we have the right guys, and wasn't our day today, so it is what it is.
Did the defense, the Houston Texas defense, do pretty much what you expected, or did they throw some surprise in there for you?
I mean, yeah, they do what they do. They've done the same thing the past 5 years. So they're really good, though. They've all played together for a long time and got a lot of respect for those guys. And I've gone against them 3 times in the last year, and every time I've left the field, thought they were the best defense in the NFL. So we've had a couple of those these past couple weeks, and really it's about us, to be honest. When we do what we do, I think it can be pretty good. When we don't, that's what you get.
It's closer to being healthy and getting ready to come back. Obviously, you have getting all those reps and then it changes?
Like I said, my process says be better today. I feel like every game we've played, when I'm back there, we've had a chance, and today I just didn't feel like we had a chance. So that's been the kind of how I feel about it. But I know I can get us to that fourth quarter, and when I do, usually it ends up good. So, and the guys around me have done a great job when we've been in those situations. So that's my goal every week is to get to the fourth. We couldn't do that this week.
You bring up a good point about thinking they're the best defense in the league. Will Anderson looks like one of the best defensive ends in the league.
Yeah.
What is it like just he's lurking over there?
Yeah, he's definitely lurking. They got two great defensive ends and really good inside guys too. So I've known Will for 6, 7 years or whatever it is now, and have a lot of respect for him. And every time I play against him, you got to have a plan for him. But they definitely had our number today.
What is it like, Matt, when you're on the sideline for as long as you guys were? Time of possession is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I guess what are the emotions as you kind of wait?
Honestly, just stick to my process, prepare, do my stretching, and stay warm. And whether it's long drives or not, but I feel bad for the defense because we didn't give them. When you're out there for that many plays, it's hard to just play. You get tired, and even if we just get a couple first downs, it gives some pressure off them. So got to be better there. Obviously want to score points, but even just moving the ball and flipping the field can be good. Thought we did that better in the second half, but obviously got to put points up to beat people. So like I said, try to get to the fourth quarter, and really our defense has come up clutch in those situations, and so has our offense. So most every game we've been in the fourth quarter, and we've won.
Maybe talked about just the mistakes that we're having on offense. Is that where you felt it kind of unraveled today?
Yeah, I'll have to watch it, honestly. I didn't think the operation pushing the tempo in practice and
what was the thought there, and what kind of went on?
I mean, they jumped on the goal line. They jumped the double slant, like whatever when we were backed up, and then I asked for it, and Kyle and I were talking about it, and Juwan just got kind of banged up on the play before, so it's unfortunate. I don't think that was neither of our faults. Like I was going to throw that 10 times out of 10, and he usually comes up with it majority of the time. So just a good play by the DB, and that guy's been playing well all year, number 4. So he just made a good play.
Just one-on-one, and you want to take your shot.
Absolutely, yeah.
Matt, Kyle talked about coming in tomorrow with a chip on your shoulder. How important is it for everybody on the team to feel that way and act accordingly?
Yeah, I think it's good. I think my process isn't going to change. I'm going to come into work and follow my schedule, and I do that whether we win or lose. So I don't think that changes for me, but it is good to get the wake-up call. And, I mean, I know I want to get back in the ring, and to do that, you got to practice well and have a good process leading up to it. So I know we have the right guys, and wasn't our day today, so it is what it is.
Did the defense, the Houston Texas defense, do pretty much what you expected, or did they throw some surprises in there for you?
I mean, yeah, they do what they do. They've done the same thing the past 5 years. So they're really good, though. They've all played together for a long time and got a lot of respect for those guys. And I've gone against them 3 times in the last year, and every time I've left the field, thought they were the best defense in the NFL. So we've had a couple of those these past couple weeks, and really it's about us, to be honest. When we do what we do, I think it can be pretty good. When we don't, that's what you get.
As Brock gets closer to being healthy and getting ready to come back, obviously you have your own routine, but how do you keep yourself engaged after the shooting games where you are the starter, you're getting all those reps, and then it changes?
I don't know. We'll see. I think I've played a lot of different roles in this league, and like I said, my process stays the same. You prepare as a starter, and definitely want to just be better today. I feel like every game we've played, when I'm back there, we've had a chance, and today I just didn't feel like we had a chance. So that's been the kind of how I feel about it. But I know I can get us to that fourth quarter, and when I do, usually it ends up good. So, and the guys around me have done a great job when we've been in those situations. So that's my goal every week, is to get to the fourth. We couldn't do that this week.
You bring up a good point about thinking that they're the best defense in the league. Will Anderson looks like one of the best defensive ends.
Yeah.
What was it like just, he's lurking over there?
Yeah, he's definitely lurking. They got 2 great defensive ends and really good inside guys too. So I've known Will for 6, 7 years or whatever it is now, and have a lot of respect for him. And every time I play against him, you got to have a plan for him. But they definitely had our number today.
What is it like, Matt, when you're on the sideline for as long as you guys were? Time of possession is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I guess what are the emotions as you kind of wait?
Honestly, just stick to my process, prepare, do my stretching, and stay warm. And whether it's long drives or not, but feel bad for the defense because we didn't give them. When you're out there for that many plays, it's hard to just play. You get tired, and even if we just get a couple first downs, it gives some pressure off them. So got to be better there. Obviously want to score points, but even just moving the ball and flipping the field can be good. Thought we did that better in the second half, but obviously got to put points up to beat people. So like I said, try to get to the fourth quarter, and really our defense has come up clutch in those situations, and so has our offense. So most every game we've been in the fourth quarter, and we've won.
You talked about just the mistakes that were happening on offense. Is that the way you felt it kind of unraveled today?
Yeah, I'll have to watch it, honestly. I didn't think the operation was as clean as what I would like it to be, and it starts with the quarterback and pushing the tempo in practice and cranking up the noise and just really treating every day like a game, getting in and out of the huddle, really just everything before the ball's even snapped. Like, I can live with post-snap mistakes, like if we have a drop or like I don't throw a good pass, but if I'm not looking the right spot or people are running the wrong routes, then you have no chance. So we know that. KB knows that. Me and him have played a lot of football together, and so have the veteran guys on our offense. I feel like we have a veteran group, and like I said, we got to have the want to get back in the ring and keep fighting. All right, thanks.
All right, so we continue on 49ers Live. We're at Keysor on Niners Radio 49. So Mac Jones speaking to the media as we're now at here on Niners Radio 49. So we're going to get you to the NFL scoreboard for week number 8. Take a look around of week number 8 in the NFL scoreboard. And before we get out of Dodge for this afternoon, to the Niners, a disappointment. They fall by a score of 26 to 15. As we give you the scoreboard right now, so right now in the second quarter, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lead the New Orleans Saints 7-0 down at the Superdome. In the second quarter, the Buccaneers try to bounce back after that loss on Monday Night Football against Detroit. The Denver Broncos lead the Dallas Cowboys, a rematch, of course, of Super Bowl 12. That was some 47, 48 years ago, back in January of 1978. Cowboys beat the Broncos 27-10 to win Super Bowl 12. They're in the second quarter. The Colts lead the Titans 17-7. And then the other scores, some of the scores of that are the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles over the Giants 38-20. Patriots all over the Browns 32-13. The Texans over your 49ers 26-15. The Jets over the Cincinnati Bengals in a wild shootout in the Queen City. They pick up their first win. Congratulations to Aaron Glenn, his first career win in the NFL as a head coach, 39-38. The Buffalo Bills bounce back after a 2-game losing streak over the Carolina Panthers, 40-9. The Ravens coming back, winning by a score of 30-16. The Dolphins upset the Atlanta Falcons, 34-10. The Chargers on Thursday Night Football over the Vikings, 37-10. Then the Commanders will visit the Chiefs on Monday Night Football. And then later this evening, other scores right now. 7-3 Bucks over the Saints. 14-3 Broncos over the Cowboys. 17-7 Colts over the Titans. And then the Packers will play the Pittsburgh Steelers for an interconference matchup, a rematch of Super Bowl 45 for two of the NFL iconic franchises on Monday Night Football. On Sunday Night Football on NBC. So we're going to get ready to wrap it up here. We'd like to thank all of you for watching Niners Radio 49. This is one of those days the Niners defense just didn't get it done. In fact, they didn't get it done in all three phases. So not going to be getting no good grades this week. Going to be all bad. So I'll be doing my reassessment. I'll do my Professor B's report card, and just been the injuries and the trade deadline's 1 week from this Tuesday at 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. We'll see if the Niners are going to have to do. They got to get some able-bodied receivers back on the field. Pearsall misses another game. Ayuk won't be ready probably till at least the 10th or 11th week. So you just put this one, you crash, you look at the tape, burn the tape,
and just after you look at it, and you just get yourself ready for the New York Giants. And the Giants, by the way, they lose Cam Scottaboo, went down with a serious injury. I believe he got carted off that field in Philadelphia, and the Giants lost. So, our thoughts and prayers go out to Cam Scottaboo, and hopefully, we'll see everything is okay. Don't like to wish no injury on no best player. So, the Niners will play the New York Giants at the Meadowlands next Sunday, 1 week from today, 10 a.m. kickoff, and then the Niners will, 2 weeks from today, they'll play the Rams, will possibly be for first place showdown in the NFC West. And as also tomorrow, 49ers Live tonight, or Monday Night Live, known as the Aftermath, will air immediately following the Commanders-Chiefs game on Monday Night Football. We'll go on the air right after Monday Night Football. For the latest news and then we'll recap today's game, and then we'll get you ready for the New York Giants. All right, rivalry renewed coming up next week. 10 a.m. is the kickoff. So latest news on 49ers football. You can check us out on our web. You can check us out on our web or on YouTube, youtube.com/@NinersRadio49. And then so we're going to wrap it up from here from Keysar Pub. Thank you for watching all day today. And the Niners, we'll get ready. We'll recap today's game tomorrow night after Monday Night Football. Then we'll get you ready for the Niners and New York Giants. That's it for now from the Keysar Pub. Professor B checking out, signing off. Once again, the final score. Niners fall 2-D to the Houston Texans in interconference play. The Houston Texans 26, your San Francisco 49ers 15. 49ers, by the way, are 0-2 in interconference play versus the AFC South. So Professor B signing off, and 49ers Live postgame show on Niners Radio 49 is an exclusive presentation of Niners Satellite Digital Media News, where every team has a fan. Every fan has a voice. The network home of champions. Professor B signing off. Wishing you a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody, and so long. Take care, everybody. I'll talk to you tomorrow night.